What's all this then? Now, yes, we keep them coming back. We've hustled enough. Now,
just cut the music.
hard. No, were you as terrified as I was that there was no one attending these candles?
No, it's just flame on a stage, and under this is paper.
Well, this is the most flammable thing imaginable.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine the toxins.
This is celluloid.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here. So, collaboration.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then blow.
Right.
Just like at home. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. All right. Now,
Got it.
a few things happened. I think there's some stairs over there. Here, now, Kris. You,
What are these?
Here, these are party favors, and we can give them to whoever we want. So.
Let me look at them first and make sure.
Oh, actually, yes. It's probably worth. I guess we should get one bag just to test.
Yeah,
Now,
get a
what can
test
you
bag.
expect from a PAX 10th birthday goodie bag? Well, it would bring me more pleasure than anything to show you. We have got an asteroid wobbly, or an astronaut wobbly here. Okay. We have got a gummy cola from Trolley, some bright crawlers. A birthday classic, to be sure.
Right.
A larva. A sucker. A chupa-chup.
They're not glowing.
Another competitor sucker. No, it's a mini chupa-chup. And then also an interactive amphibian. So this is classique.
Look, this is a weapon. We have more flammable material.
What is it?
It pops out.
Twist popper? Or here. So
There-
anyway, so
there's
now
three
that
on
they
the
know,
table.
now that they know what they can get, they made the effort to put a stairway
Yeah,
over
you're not
here,
gonna put-
and I'm just gonna. This is a wireless mic. I'm just gonna do it now.
Oh yeah, go get them.
So you
let's
bring
do
those
that.
now.
Let's do that
While we
first.
do this, we will talk about the things that we have seen and heard
Wait, I can't
low
get down.
this
There's
one
no
day
way. I can't go
in
down.
Melbourne. So, first, what? No, you don't have
wait.
one. Here, now,
Sorry.
no, you're supposed to jump off and hurt
Yeah.
yourself.
Uh,
It's
you-
called comedy, Kris.
Do you remember the ED-209 from RoboCop?
Of course. Oh, yeah,
I
the
can't
little
make
flip.
it work. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
what
it's
I'm doing.
nonstop. It's nonstop pleasure. The first thing to say is that I got lost backstage at this show and materialized only 2 minutes before, while having given myself, Kiko, 20 full minutes to get here. I wandered around in the back rooms IRL. Finally did emerge just in time to meet Erica Ishii. Can we please thank her for coming to the show? Now, for the true Ishii file, it should be said that tonight on this very stage, we will be playing Acquisitions Incorporated Call of Cthulhu with my friend Kris as the dungeon keeper, master, storyteller, wizard person. Yes, also, you have a type of tree that emits a wicked semen. And it has absolutely colonized my sinuses. My eyes are sticky. They are like marbles, and they must be washed constantly.
So upstairs, where they put the lunch out, it also has a section which I assume is for people with specific food allergies, but it says allergen buffet.
What?
And I think that's just the continent.
Is this something that you say?
I don't know
No.
that it is.
I think that they are saying that you're going to be buffeted by allergens.
That's true. Context is important. So nobody. Okay, hold on a second. Somebody was
What?
very excited.
No, I'm giving them to these worthies here in the
I'm
front.
going all the way to the back.
Are you trying to foment a revolution?
Oh, congratulations. This is what Christ would have done.
God damn it. You're making me look like a real asshole here, Kris.
I will stay here among the
I might
people.
give one to the second row,
I will be here among
just as
them.
an
Yes, my
index of
dears.
my own worthiness.
Yeah,
Here.
you are healed now.
Welcome
He's
to the
stronger
club.
than ever.
Here, give me this, and I'll take this. You have some Telfast for me here? All right, thank you. All right.
There you go.
Okay. Man, I might. Is there some weird law? Is there some law that says I can't take your foreign medicines on stage? It's like, what message is it sending the youth that medicine works?
You don't want to encourage that.
Now, the other thing
I
I should
for me
say,
to flip over.
indeed. So, yeah, so for more Australiana, it should be said that I know that it would please Laura for you to know that this is, in fact, a Woolies cake. Now, there was some consternation backstage because I, knowing what I thought was good and proper, demanded fairy bread. And so we can see that there is clearly there is a Woolies cake contingent, a fairy bread contingent, and then some allies perhaps in the middle. Just purely judging by the...
So don't pretend,
Yeah.
you wealthy, you usurer.
Yeah.
You're here eating these cakes all day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it does say happy birthday PAX on the top, and that is because this is the 10th year of PAX. Now, I remember when we came 10 years ago, certainly not at this particular juncture. It was in a substantially more rainy season. And I remember, no, obviously, I think that we're beyond. Do you have here in Australia? Do you have a statute of limitations? Do you have this concept? Okay, I saw a pool of water underneath a power strip, and I did not let it linger. I'm just saying that I did see that with my own eyes, and that's the sort of moisture that people, I think had come to expect. But I hopefully this dry venue is to your liking as well. And yes,
Try it on. Just see.
see if you like it. You can
You
bring
have
your
it?
own moisture in containers if you become dry at any time. But no, it should absolutely be said that I had many conversations during that show to the effect of, do you think you'll do the show again? And I was just like, oh, my friend, yeah, we're going to come back and do it, except the next time there won't be as much hay. But no, we were absolutely welcomed with open arms by Australia, and it is our great pleasure to come back and see you every year. So thank you.
Indeed.
Now,
there are boxes.
I was just going to say, now, I don't see any questions in the classic sense, but I do see several presents.
Oh, I see.
Et voilà, c'est bon. Now, I wonder if each of these boîtes has a different color of question. And it would appear that that is the case.
Okay, so these are sinister,
Yeah, it's a puzzle room again.
dark. Okay, these are standard.
Yes,
And
standard.
then these are special to this show.
Yes, I think these are perhaps Melbourne related. Melbourne, excuse me. I've been in Australia. I've been in Australia for 1 day, and it takes a second.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
All right. Let's kick it off with this.
That local flavor.
Jeff Raven from Club PA Discord asks, how
Indeed.
many creatures have you dodged from being bitten from while you were here? I was bitten of it.
Yeah.
I was bitten of every creature.
It's very biblical.
These are not, I haven't seen, this is a city.
Yeah.
This is a civilization. And I haven't seen that many large insects or mammals other than humans or pets that are okay to have.
No, understand that because obviously we know all the stories, right? And I would say that the most unpleasant thing I've experienced here is these goddamn trees.
Yeah.
And you fucking put them there. They don't live there ordinarily.
And that's like we're biting them, like with our lungs. We take it in.
Yeah, they don't want it to go in there.
No.
It doesn't do them any
They want to
good.
make more trees, and
They're
it's not possible.
Now I am sure there's 1 or 2 trees out there. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about? I think there's probably a couple trees that like it, but the rest of the trees, we are interrupting a very robust, a rich process.
Yeah.
But
we're the animals. We are the biters.
Exactly. But I haven't seen any. I know there's like trees that got like mean hairs on them, and you got like. Do you guys have those dick fish? Do you have those fish? Those urethra fish? I just assume you. If I have heard about something bad, I assume it's here somewhere.
Yeah,
But-
it starts here. They export it.
Oh, the export. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have any for their own urethras.
No.
Their own urethras are
We're done with
bereft.
that. It's time for you to learn. The rest of the world can have them.
So what do you have in Melbourne that is? Do you have anything in Melbourne that's like the bad things?
Oh, magpie.
Magpies?
Bagpipes.
Okay,
That's
so
mean, but okay.
they either have magpies or bagpipes. I'm gonna come very close to the front of the stage, and I'm gonna try to listen very closely to this man. And I want you to say it again very loud and very clearly so that I know what I should be looking out for. Magpie swooping season? I know that it's a bird. God damn it. We have birds.
Now, I'm not so sure I heard him correctly. You're saying that bagpipes mate,
You're
and they
plump bagpipes.
okay.
They go.
They love each other very much.
Yeah. When two
Okay.
bagpipes love each other very much. Magpie swooping season. That doesn't seem like those toxic hares that are flying around, and it doesn't seem like a harvest man.
Yeah, that's just inconvenience. That he also said bagpipes. I can't make them out.
Not only do I know about birds, I am also aware that I have no hair. I removed what hair remained earlier this morning. Yeah, indeed. I don't want any creature to try to roost up there. Dale Kerrigan from Bonnie Doon asks, "Oh no, what, is it not Doon? Oh, I know it. Now I get it.
It seems like a cultural joke that I
yes,
don't
it's
get.
a cultural joke, and I think there's going to be a lot of this. So just enjoy it. I dug a hole. It's filling with water. What should I do? Now, I'm look, I am more than happy to be the avatar of this. Like I say, just savor it. I mean, someone should.
No, I'm gonna go clean. I'm gonna pretend I do know what it is. Was the hole for water? Are you getting what you wanted out of it?
So you're saying that you're going to switch your allegiance to the audience and just savor it. Well, here,
Once again,
here, let me open up another one, and we'll see if it's more Australiana.
that was a regular color envelope.
I
by
know.
the way.
I know. You'd think that this would be a Melbourne colored envelope with this type of content. Tom from Byron asks, "You know the best words." Between the two of us, I think the collection is looking right. What is one word that I can use in a school presentation that will improve my grade immediately? At least 3 syllables.
It's not a. I mean, it's not a word. You could use the.
Well,
meaning of
they
the
want
word.
words.
Yeah, but you could use words that are printed on money and just stuff that into a. Offer that up. Couldn't hurt.
Just in the envelope. I've got some very persuasive arguments.
Right. Let's see. I have a 10-page essay here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, can you still get any gas out of anarcho-syndicalism?
Nah.
No.
I feel like it's
Is it kind of used up?
It's too parsable.
Oh,
like
yeah.
You can
It has to be.
Oh,
I see. I see.
It.
So what we essentially need is a type of timed cluster munition. We need actually like a word weapon.
Yeah.
That is like time release.
Oh, perfect.
So it can't be something that it can't even be a complicated concept that's already in a word that you can just get and know. It has to be something that implies the reader doesn't know what it is.
Exactly.
They become intrigued. They feel shame. They try to impress you by giving you a better grade.
And the grade goes up because they're like, hey, nice word I already knew.
Great.
Hey, I liked how you used that.
It seems like you also knew that word. Now, our only challenge left is to generate this word.
Do we have to invent a word?
No,
then?
we have to do it right now.
Oh, okay. I was
Right?
going to use a word I already like and is good.
What is it?
Well, you may already know obloquy.
Oh.
Obloquy.
Spell it for the class.
OBLOQUY.
Yep.
It just means offense or insult. That, like I will brook no obloquy from this man.
Yeah.
that type of thing. It's so versatile, and it sounds like a mess. And it's got a Q in it, and it's just one of the best
Well,
things
it
I could
looks
say.
and it looks fucking weird.
It looks like a
yeah.
Scrabble setup that nobody did anything with
Yeah,
yet.
it just looks like a tray
Yeah.
that might be points.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Obliki has been on trays
Yeah.
for years.
I know you could just slap them down and get mega points, but
You
they
could
never
just
do it.
dump it out on the tray and win. Obliki. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it for you, Tom.
Yeah, that's the one. I hope that it's useful.
It's gonna win.
It's a real word. What if it wasn't a real word? I just made it up.
No, we already had this conversation. That's the only reason I know it's real, because you told it to me in confidence and you were very pleased.
It's my password.
Now, but is like it's like a zero, like the O starts with a zero. Or do you put the zero? The zero is the second O, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You mad lad.
Tisk,
All right.
tisk.
Paul Richmond Jr. from New York, New York. I assume this isn't one of your local tricks. God, it could be. What is the most you would pay for a hamburger?
What does the hamburger cost? $10? What is that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't. At home, at obviously Dick's, which is where I secure my tender burgers,
Yeah.
one can expect to pay perhaps $1.69 per traditional cheeseburger.
With cheese.
Yeah.
With the cheese
Well,
on
yeah,
it already.
I'm not going to say that it doesn't come with it for free. I mean, the cheeseburger is the product. Now, so for me, I think that you can amass, I mean, you can purchase enough of those to fill whatever hamburger-sized hole she left when she left you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's possible. You
Was
can
there-
purchase a greasy sack of these dicks.
Is there a challenge on the card?
Now, oh, sorry, keep going.
There's nothing on there that says, like, because here's what I paid last week, and I'm pissed off.
Well, yeah, I don't know. There's more on here.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
continue to spelunk.
Because I have a theory about burger economics and how the price is driven by consumer demand.
Yeah, check out Burgonomics by Kris Straub. What would the hamburger have to contain to convince you to pay $40? A vagina?
Yeah, you're paying for ambiance at that point. Like, that's a
Yeah,
brand
you know what?
thing.
You're paying for the experience.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about that hamburger. Man, there's a lot to
You know, I
lot
think
to chew on there.
I would argue that the more expensive it gets, the further you drift from an actual hamburger. And soon you're eating something that's got gold leaf and is dusted with powdered sugar and
Like some Salt Bay. It's become a dessert.
yeah, it's not a hamburger anymore.
All right, now there is a box full of gray envelopes.
This early?
Well, I don't even know what gray means in this context.
I'm going to assume it's a sad or real, non-humorous question. But we'll do our best.
Here. Oh no. Well, so this word looks nasty. I feel like I'm going to say it wrong.
Or you keep going over there. I gotta catch
Well,
up.
no, I
Oh,
guess
look
Kiko's
at it.
over here, and I'm naturally drawn. Yeah, put that one in the roll.
Let's see.
If I was to say, if I said Cunnamulla to Brenna, she would slap my face.
Cunamula.
That sounds worse.
That's not it.
Is it?
It's a Spanish double L, so it's a y.
Okay,
Cunnamulla.
Cunnamulla.
Okay.
All right, so it's down. It's low. Jerry, 8 years ago. So I suspect there's going to be a lot of technology here about people that I have met at the show at different times. Jerry, 8 years ago. Oh, he was asking me for dating advice. 8 years ago, you told me the secret to meeting women was to listen to them and care what they said.
That's not possible for me. Give me another one.
Sometimes you want to give people the. Sometimes you meet a person and you feel like they need the basic level. You say sometimes you want to give them the 101. They basically had the wrong end of it, and I was trying to help, but apparently it wasn't good advice. I used this advice and remained single until I got a dog. Turns out dogs are the secret. I am now engaged and we're expecting a baby girl.
Oh.
Oh, is that true? So yes, but the other advice also worked out too, didn't it, Tom?
No, he just had to buy a listener. The dog is a great listener.
Oh, there we go. So you trained yourself. This is like Goku in the satellite. You
Yeah.
trained yourself talking to the dog. I see. I'm going to be right at the end of this. You trained yourself talking to the dog here. So, but this means that no, hang on.
Oh, no,
We have to name this. We have to name this young person.
Oh, okay. That's what the question is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of it is just a kind of rich candy coating, and then we come down here to the payload.
We
which
could
is
have just cut all that out and just said name a baby.
which is the.
And then we still have time left to answer that one, but we don't.
No,
so.
no, we're going to be fine. So
Obloquy.
obloquy. If you,
And it's a good word, and it's
It's-
a great password.
it's unique.
Nobody guesses it
Well, before.
before.
They didn't guess it before.
Hold on, I'm getting an email alert. Oh,
I've made several large purchases.
I have no money.
I have to go. Oh, this is Jeff Raven is back, but he's got advice for me now. Jeff Raven from the PA Discord with Club PA membership. Advertise it if you want more income. I tried not to be a weird person. Now, do the toilets really flush anti-clockwise in Australia? I got to be honest with you. When I get done in there, I'm done.
So you don't inspect the bowl
Well, no.
upon backing out
No,
of the room.
and honestly, like I had seen something. I had seen one of those like thermal image pictures of the flush, and it's like the flush, and then there's like this geyser of disease,
Oh, that comes up for moments.
a miasma
Yeah.
that leaps out and spider webs through your entire house, depositing microorganisms. And I was like, so now I just closed the lid. So it
Which
may
you're allowed
be.
to do.
Yeah, it's
You
fine
should
for
close
me.
the lid.
I can flush the toilet however I want, Jeff Raven. You're my fucking dad. Anyway, I assume that it does, but I mean, I'm not like down there going like I'm not.
No, I mean, I was curious about it, and I do trust the Coriolis effect to function. But my experience with toilets here is that you flush it, and then from the front of the toilet, just water blasts out. Like there's no chirality to that whatsoever.
Oh, it
just fires like
it's
a
a
hydrant is
jet.
open.
It's a water jet.
It's a full jet, and you don't get to look at anything cool that way.
No. And it's angled up, it hits you right in the face.
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time cleaning up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I do not know how to use their toilets. Tully from Reservoir, because he says it's pronounced Reservoir, asks, have you ever met the president or any president? No.
No.
They're
Well,
not,
no, that's
they're not that common where we're from.
we well you have like the current one, and then you have the other ones.
Yeah, but they die after a certain amount of time.
Well, yeah,
It's not like there's 45 of them.
they have a limited shelf life.
Yes.
That's true. Now, I did not see one. I mean, I did not talk to Bill Clinton, but I was at an event that Bill Clinton was also at.
Oh, your birthday. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Well, no, he found out that I was having a bouncy house, and so he came over, and he wanted to do that. No, I saw he was very far away.
Mhm.
It was this is like every like famous person that I've ever had any proximity to was all at this Time 100 event that we got invited to for no reason, as far as I can tell. I think that somebody there was like, "Oh, these video games are crazy, and they're making comics. That's nuts."
We better make good with them.
Yeah, exactly. We're
nervous.
We're afraid of the young. We got to get him in here, and so it was fucking whacked out because they had us going in the same way that Taylor Swift went in.
Oh yeah, like the stand and repeat, and everybody's like, "Hey, this way, this way."
Yeah. And so, so Brennan and I like got dressed up and like did stuff, and then I walk on the red carpet, and then I like everybody else had like stopped and looked over, and I'm like, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. And so then I stopped and looked over, and the cameramen were like,
Oh man.
"That doesn't feel good," but also I can't disagree. Like, I know that I don't belong there, and then it was crazy. And then so they sat us like at the very highest, most far away table in the entire place.
In the parking lot.
Basically,
We
yeah.
sat in our car.
We sat in low Earth orbit, and we were sitting with a woman and her husband, and she was like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I make like a comic, and we have like a convention and like a charity and stuff like that. Like it's all normal stuff, I think. But for me, it's normal. That should give you an index of how I typically operate." And I was like, "What do you do?" And she's like, "Oh, well, you might have heard about it. Like I fired all the teachers in my school district." And I was like, "This is gonna be a great night." Like.
I'm also here being lauded.
Yeah,
as well.
Exactly. It's like they think I'm an interesting person also. Earworm Regulator from the Australian Common Consciousness asks, "I'm terribly sorry, but what is the reading writing hotline number again?" Oh, no, hold on. Hang on. Is this like how you guys all know Vegemite, like the Vegemite song? So if I count to 3 and then the beat after is considered to be the first beat, would you be able to render the reading writing hotline number? Like generally speaking, this is something you would know how to do? Is it okay if I do that? All right, here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to start right there. Okay? 1, 2, 3. So that campaign worked. This song burrowed into a generation and laid its dark eggs.
Is that is it still in service? Whatever it's for.
No, I was going to say, if you call it today, does it?
Okay, yeah.
Fuck yes.
That's good. They
Hell
did the
yes.
right thing.
Oh man. All right, here. Oh fuck. Oh boy. Warrnambool? Warrnambool. Yeah, it's always it's the accent. A lot of times the vowels are okay, but it starts Warrnambool. Did you bring any of those Oreos that have like an inch of stuffing in them? Can I have one? Now, obviously...
It's just a regular Oreo.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you mean Oreos?
Yeah.
No. Now, speaking of Oreos, you're referring to, I assume, the quadruple stuffed.
Is that it? That's what they do?
Yeah, it's a military-grade snack cookie. But no, Mike... Well, obviously, Mike knows the comings and goings of individual Oreo products at a much higher level of detail than me. But I did text him on the way in, and he texted me back, and he wanted to say that he loves you, but that you live too far away. And I said, they'll get it. I mean, like, they'll understand. They know exactly what it is.
Let me sneak in.
Are you trying to get a Melbs?
Let me get one of these.
A Melbs question? I was talking to Erica Ishii in the back, and her interlocutor, and we were talking about how cool Melbourne is and how Melbourne is like a cool place. And the person who had done the interview is from Sydney. And I think that Erica didn't understand that there was a problem. But I could tell. I could tell because her face changed. When she said that she was from Sydney, what she meant is that Melbourne sucks shit. And it's easy for me to tell. I know right away when someone thinks it.
Marlo went to, or she studied abroad in, no, she studied abroad, and she lived in Sydney for 6 months, and her story is, I was so disappointed. She said it was Los Angeles.
Oh.
She's also from Los Angeles.
It is, look, I'm not trying to foment, I've said foment twice during this panel, and I apologize. I'm not trying to catalyze some kind of consternation, obviously, between Sydney and Melbourne. It's already there. I cannot meaningfully be a part of that dialogue. But Sydney is up its own fucking ass. It's up its ass. The end.
First officer from the flight deck asks, "How was your trip over this year? Did you enjoy the mid-flight meals?"
They were not terrible. I will tell you that Singapore
Yeah,
Air
was good.
Singapore Air has got some food. on that flight. And and they
Did eat
also,
it.
and this is the thing. So this is the first year we went with Singapore Air and not with Qantas. And
Which is
no,
perfectly
hold on.
respectable.
I heard some mordant chuckles out there when I mentioned Qantas. Now, hold on. Are you chuckling mordantly because they've abused you very recently? Are you unhappy perhaps that their computer's no worky? Plane no fly. Yes, and so even if we had wanted to continue flying with Qantas, it got way more expensive. And so we decided to try Singapore Air, and I will never not use Singapore Air.
Oh, I want to use them domestically.
In the future. I wish that Singapore Air was in the United States.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly to Boston.
They had a pork belly rice, and it's like I've never asked for seconds on airplane food. And I didn't ask for seconds this time either. That's gauche, but I would have because it tasted right. It tasted right also, and then that airport.
Oh yeah.
That airport was like
What
a
a
fucking
joy.
theme park.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, the whole experience was really, really good. And also, if you take Qantas, you're flying from Seattle to Los Angeles. Already things have gone amiss. Already we're being exposed to harmful LA rays.
No, that airport is just, hey, are you here for a connecting flight? Run.
No.
Run as
it's
fast as you
shaped
can.
like a U, and there's no fast way to get from any of the individual points. And so the way the flight works when you come from Australia, or come from Melbourne to go to LA, it's a marathon. There isn't actually enough time to do it if you aren't crazy. And you have all of your bags, and you just flew for 16 hours. That's just how it works there. It's a hateful fucking sack of shit experience. Never once again. It's all over. Singapore Air for me. Pork belly.
I'm first in line.
Let's have two. A cool kid from the 80s asks, what was the last NES game you played? Ooh.
Gosh,
What was the last NES game you completed?
that's a tough question.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember.
Oh no, I got this.
When was it?
Oh, it was when you rented games
Yeah.
from the store.
Yeah.
But no, the last NES game that I completed was probably Castlevania 3. Fully completed. I mean, we still played games and rented games and brought them home, and obviously we beat other games. But that was the last one that I really remember pushing all the way to the end. And then after that, then it's SNES and So the way that it worked, the sharing of resources was that I had the Commodore 64, and then my friend
Commodore's here tonight.
Exactly, Commodore Mr. 64.
Hello.
It's a pleasure. I love your work. But then I have a friend that has the NES, and so that was the sharing of resources, because there was just completely different fucking shit. Sometimes there was things, and sometimes you'd get a port, and it was way worse on the computer for some reason, and the NES was kicking ass. But I was playing Dungeons and Dragons RPGs. I was like Curse of the Azure Bonds and Pool of Radiance. It was insane. But it was very top secret, because I wasn't allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
And that includes video game versions of Dungeons and Dragons. So I had to play it at night. Because for some reason, I think that because my mom wanted me to become smarter, for some reason the computer was in my bedroom.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I grew up with the computer in my bedroom.
That's hazard.
And God, and then I got a modem. It was
No.
the man you see before you was largely constructed in those midnight hours. But no, I wait for the house to go to sleep, and then I'd go over and I'd load up the game, and I could get it off and in bed in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It was 2 presses. Here, you hold this.
Was that power reset?
Yeah,
Was that
power
the
on the
surge
monitor,
protector? Yeah.
and then this one over here turns off the 1541 disk drive. Have you ever had a 1541? Do they make any sounds?
Oh, I was gonna ask this. Like, did you have
Meow, meow. Nip, nip, nip. Right?
It's a lathe.
I'm trying to play video games at night. I'm trying to play games I can't play. So I would hush it so gently with a pillow. Shh.
Learning. You were built that night.
It felt intimate.
Did you have a PC speaker audio with its?
No,
okay, I was gonna say
I forewent audio of all kinds.
You would have to.
It's not safe.
That beep is gonna wake everybody up.
It's not safe.
Sounds like a carbon monoxide alarm. Oh.
There was like you could play music on it and shit. Yeah, like holiday classics.
Yeah.
Ozzy Ostrich. Oh boy. From Channel 9 Studios asks. Again, happy to provide this service. Have you ever heard of Hey Hey It's Saturday? If not, how did you get past airport security? I mean, I know that this content is killing.
Because we didn't pretend that we live here.
No.
There's also a line where if you don't live here, you could come in and visit
Yeah.
for a while. You don't have to know that stuff.
No, and it's fast.
Yeah.
You can come right in there.
And now I'm free to learn about it while I'm here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, fish, monkey hat. Yep.
Somewhere. There it is.
Oh, no, you asked if we could have beers, and we can. I'm sorry, I didn't get back to you. Even after you sent a second request that was just the word beer in all caps. I
Is he
apologize.
allowed to drink? Is that the question?
Well,
I don't know what the law is.
oh, Jerry, you have hinted in the past that you like the occasional beer. So this is the theme of our union.
I want an enabler.
Indeed.
Are you available?
Yes. If true, do you also like whiskey? Indeed, sir. I'm a member of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. If so, do you have a preferred brand, type, or mix? No. I am still trying to. It's like with sour beers.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 years. I understand that this is like a dumb, weird hobby. Like, no one should do what I'm telling you that I'm about to do. So, typically, like, let's say with Mike. If Mike eats something and it's gross, he stops eating it. But not me. No, I'm much smarter.
That's like anti-evolutionary.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stop.
Yeah, no.
That's why you have that sense.
No, everything in his genetic makeup is the result of people not eating things once they tasted bad. Not me. No way. No, I pride myself on eating things that my body shrieks into my mind I should not eat or drink. And so I built a palate for appreciating sours. You'll note that I did not say enjoy or like, but I built a palate that is like a tool that I can use to assess it without personal harm. And whiskey I enjoy without any of these tricks.
Yeah.
But I'm not good at it yet. And so, because I'm me, I've purchased several books on the topic. And I'm now slowly but steadily working my way through those.
Even though that was not a negative, that still feels like too much work.
Yeah.
Like, that's still too much.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Just drink it.
And then you have to buy it.
And then you have to have it.
Yeah. Now, Larry Chan, oh, hey, I think I can pronounce this, but I also think it's a joke. Larry Chan from Radelaide asks, I'm a technical writer. Oh.
Okay.
Are you single, Larry? I'm a technical writer currently training my company's AI tool to do my job.
What does that mean? You just upload everything you've written to it. You don't have to train. It steals from you.
I liked it better 10 seconds ago when this was funny and cute. It will be drafting contracts for a bank. What should I teach the robot to include that will cause maximum embarrassment?
I mean, I think the job's been done for him. Like, he doesn't even have to do anything. It's not going to do a good job.
But are you saying
their contracts are going to come out with pictures in them? You know what I mean? There's going to
just
be like a hand.
Different types of animals?
Yeah. That's what it's about.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think that it should convert prices into like pig's feet or horns.
Oh yeah, it should be
The
about
things that
bartering.
exactly. The things that you're not supposed to bring into Australia. There's a very big poster indicating what you should not bring. Don't be sorry. Just declare.
Just declare it, guys. Come on.
But they're showing a bunch of things that I wasn't going to bring in, like feet.
Well, so this is I would suggest then to him that the perfect way to go is that contract, like legal language, is not specific enough. It tries to cover everything.
Right.
Here we have an opportunity to actually define and
with
cover
real precision.
everything.
Right.
We say, if you don't like the terms of this, then here are some other terms you wouldn't agree to, and enumerate all possible business transactions.
And it'll just unfold
thousands
fractally.
and thousands of terabytes.
No, it's like you open the document, and it's a PDF, right?
Yeah.
But PDFs can stream from disk, and
It's
it
just
never
unpack.
stops. You keep scrolling down, and then every now and then it says, "Don't like that one?" Well,
Keep
and
going.
then, and then here comes
No,
another.
it's endless scroll, yeah. You sign at the first page. You never get to the bottom.
And you're on the hook.
Yeah.
Prince Leopold from St. Mortiz asks, how can Switzerland improve its poor relationship with Penny Arcade? Look, Prince, you know what you did.
Yes.
And
They had their chance.
yeah, you had your shot. You fucked it up. And listen, you're not even going to come and fucking, you're not actually just going to come to me and talk to me about it. You're going to fill up, you're going to shit up this panel with your bullshit.
That's selfish.
It's horse shit,
That's
Prince
ridiculous.
Leopold. It's horse shit. I'm not putting up with it. This is PAX Aus. It's not Leopold Con. Where the fuck? We have important business to attend to. Villis from the Outlands, wondering how to climb the infinite mountain to Sigil. Although, canonically, I guess it's pronounced sigil, which I think is mean. Because sigil's already a word that looks like that. I don't think you can just change it.
I don't like it.
I think it's fucking
It should
weird.
be sigil.
I'll talk to Kris about it. I'll get this changed. You know of the outer plane Acheron, the infinite battlefield of the great wheel cosmology. Can you discuss its nature as an incredible commentary on wargaming? What is this pervert shit?
Well, I would say that wargaming, there's fights in there, and and Acheron, it seems to me, would have a lot of fights too. It's basically, I mean, it's all there. What I'm saying makes a lot of sense,
Well,
and
hopefully,
is interesting.
hopefully I will see Villis. Hopefully I will see Villis over in the tabletop area. I saw something that stilled my heart last year at the con. There was a table that was full of terrain, and then it was surrounded by people, all of whom were controlling like one. It was all fully asymmetrical. Like one person was controlling a sniper, and then other groups were controlling like single squads. Somebody else had like a vehicle.
How is it being determined?
I don't know how. I don't know how it worked.
Were you looking
I
at
watched
a
it
real
for an hour.
war? Was that a real
No,
battle?
I think it was actually happening. All right.
Oh, dark. Okay.
Okay, this is a dark one, but it might be a dark envelope simply because of the name. Testicular doppelganger from Scrotui. I don't even know what the... I understand that
This
it's
better
fun
be
to...
a very serious
Yeah,
question.
I understand. Listen, I understand that it's fun to use these words, but I don't know what a testicular doppelganger would be. Is that just like it's like a second
It's like a
scrotum?
prosthetic. You get your dog a prosthetic ball if it after it's
to chew on?
No. If you're like, I like my dog, but I'm gonna have him neutered.
I don't think they think about that.
And then they're like, oh,
I think you think about that.
I-
If you
I
were worried
liked it
about your dog's
before.
dick, if there are enough people worried
Endlessly.
about their dog's balls, their dog's bollocks, that there's a category, like a market product,
it
so
should
that
be-
you feel better about your dog's balls,
Yes.
then you should wear them.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it that much, this is actually about your balls. Imagine, if you will, a soon-to-be-released post-apocalyptic hellscape. One of you is forced to eat the other for sustenance. Where would you start, and how would you prepare the meal? You know what, though? We are practical. We are actually practical men.
Yeah.
I don't think that it would just. I think that you and I would work it out.
Oh, are we eating each other at
Yeah.
the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If one
we
of you
could
is
survive
forced
for
to
a
eat the
time.
other for sustenance. I think that we have a conversation. We talk about the parts of us that we don't like so much.
Right. What do we need the least?
The parts or parts of us that make us feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Things we're ashamed of.
You know
Eat
what?
them.
You could start, you could do your own like cosmetic surgery. It's like, I've never liked this. If we make it out of here alive, I won't have to deal with this thing anymore. It's gone.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause
huge.
you ate it.
It's a huge comfort to me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could work out a threshold, and once you hit a certain percent, we come back over here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just take those bites.
Yeah, we can start here,
We can start now.
and but we're fine for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'd survive.
Yeah.
We'd be stronger than ever.
Oh boy.
Hale and hearty.
Now, Wally from the West asks, Australian slang test. Oh no. If you walked onto the dance floor and decided to cut sick, what would you do? I think this might be a trick question.
Yeah, I feel like
I feel like
you
cutting
should get
sick-
it from context, but
Yeah, I feel like cutting sick is not a dance move.
that's like a word for a crime. A very specific crime that gets you a lot of trouble.
Well, yeah, it's one of the things because you see that on the thing you have to fill out when you come into Australia. It's like, do you have tuberculosis?
Yeah.
Have you ever cut sick?
No, cutting
Have you ever
sick,
pulled up Dusty?
cutting sick is contracting tuberculosis. That is a trick question. Do not answer that. You already said no. You don't have to answer it again. You don't have it. Relax.
It seems like a vomit thing, but what does it actually mean? It just means
that's a
dance.
Yeah.
This whole time. It just means if you walked onto the dance floor and decided to cut sick. So let me rephrase the question. If you decided to walk onto a dance floor and dance,
What'd you do?
Wally,
Dance. You would dance.
come on,
Answer
Wally.
provided.
We're not taking any more questions from the West. Jonathan Farnham.
All right. Yeah, that.
Enjoy. Just. I bet you can get a couple more giggles out of the bottom of that.
I was going to say, just have somebody come up and whisper stuff to you. You just say it out loud.
Yeah.
And then
Best
we're
panel,
here.
Best panel of the show. Jonathan Farnham from the late 80s. I should just say it as slow as possible. Jerry, you're smart. What word should we use to describe the decade between the noughties and the 20s? Typically,
There is one already.
we
we
call
got
it
a
the
couple
tens,
of words.
right?
Yeah.
we've called it the tens, but it sounds like Jonathan Farnham wants me to have a different the tweeners.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like 20. It means between 0 and 20, which is 10.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
this actually got you.
This is
You are like allergic to this type of question.
yeah, it already
How about
prompts you
fuck
for
you, Jonathan
the
Farnham?
20s. How about I say every number? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going
You
to say
piece of shit.
2000.
I'm just going to start counting, and you got to wait here, and I'm going to eat your life. Pigeon from the bush asks, how do you think AI is going to impact games and the online space in general over the next decade?
I think it's going to fuck it up a lot for a couple of more years, and then it will go away.
You think?
Well, it's not going to go away. I think it will be. What I hope is that everybody who thinks it's going to replace writers and artists will spend all their money on it, and then when that doesn't happen and they're broke, then it will
Then
be
we can eat
used.
them.
Yeah, we can eat them, and we can use it as an actual tool to do cool stuff with. That's not about not paying somebody.
No, now, and we had this question, or we had this conversation when we were eating
Singapore.
When we were eating, when we were eating ramen out of paper bowls in Singapore airport, and yeah, I think that you're essentially right. I think that it's going to fuck stuff up really bad. I think it's already in the process of hollowing out the middle part of the workflow and eating up a lot of jobs. I mean, this is absolutely already the case. Incidental art, things in the background,
Yeah.
You can already see what it's done, like with internet advertising. Like it's AI is
just
basically
AI
eating
now.
up the middle part of work that human beings would have done, right?
Right.
Like in a fucking show, right? It's all in the books. We had all these books. We read them, and then we just did it.
Yeah.
We couldn't help ourselves.
Because somebody read those books and thought it was a good idea. Like they didn't learn
No,
from
they
the
thought it
book.
was cool.
They got the idea from the
They thought it
book.
was cool. Yeah. What if nobody can read and we just communicate with emoji?
That's perfect.
That's the incredible world that I want to live in. No, it's like so. But at the same time, it's like because my instinct is just to like avoid it and like not be part of the conversation at all. But then the only people who are having the conversation are the ones who want to worship it.
Yeah.
The ones that want to actively serve it like an idol. And so the conversation has to be more robust than just I hate that and I hate you.
So we have to come in.
We have to engage with it at some level. In terms of what is going to happen over the next decade, it's like I honestly wonder if you're going to have something like you have in the produce aisle, like organic labeling.
Oh, I see. It's like you want this art. It was done by. Well, I mean, it's labeled right now,
Right.
like stock photos that were generated by AI.
Yeah.
You can choose not to use them, and I do not.
It's just like a person made this. Hey, now, if I am reading this 000000,
Naughty.
and all the numbers are red, if I am reading this correctly, it sounds as though our time this afternoon has come to a close. But I assure you, there are days and days of PAX Australia 2023 left. Thank you so much.
Good man.